Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 9 and 10. Today we're at a unique facility, California Highway 1, where this is a real road course. In the hills, mountains, straightaways, top speed runs, real tight tracks. This circuit has it all. You have to be very careful not to hit the guardrail and fly into the ocean, but here we are. Because of the unique nature of this circuit, this is a practice run. The drivers will only get a one lap, basically, practice, which is about 12 miles long. And then after that, we'll have four short races. So lots of action tonight for the season finale. And you'll see everybody is trying to be good, not to hit each other because, again, it's just practice. So, yeah, we'll watch some of these guys run through. The field is being led by Firuz Mehta at the moment. Beautiful California scenery. Dave Brown worked his way up. It's got some damage. The damage here, as the driver meeting, they discussed in the driver meeting, the damage will really hurt you in the latter part of the circuit, um, because the early part is very tight and slow, and the finish line is basically a top speed run where the cars will hit 150, 151. So um, if you don't have a good car that's damage free, it will really hurt you because you'll just sit there and watch as everybody passes you. Here we are. Look at this. We're on board Austin, 139, 140, 142, and let's see if he can pass Dave here, who has damage. Austin up to 150. Meanwhile, Dave is up to 150 also, so pretty good considering all the damage. That's actually really good. Okay, well, looks like our session has ended. Some of our drivers have finished, and everybody's kind of getting done. We have one more. Okay, so we'll take a little break, and we'll see you guys soon. Okay, here we go. First race of four is about to start. On pole, we have Martin Six. Pole position here, very important, especially in the early stages. Second place, Daniel Swarak. Third, we have Firuz Mehta. Fourth, Chris Evertson. Raja Mehta takes up fifth. Reza Arsham in sixth. Michael McCulligan in seventh in the green Renault. Austin Ron in eighth. Andy Chittum, newcomer for this round, this year, in that Opel, and James Gouveia in 10th, and Dave Brown last in 11th place. So this is going to be amazing with everything that's going to happen here with this circuit. Like I said, the circuit's going to start off extremely tight and open up as a top speed run at the end. So, and it's a 12-mile run. Lap record is about 7.5 minutes. I think that's only doable if you're by yourself. If you're fighting with others, you're not going to be around there. So it's probably going to be closer to 7:45 to 8 minutes, somewhere around there. Of course, all depends on how much damage these guys get and what happens there. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, it's engines are being revved up. Spectators are pumping their fists. We're about ready to go. Here we go. Wow, a great launch by, who was that? That was Chris Everson. Launched past 3 front-wheel drive cars, went up to first place. That's where you kind of want to be in first place. You don't want anybody ahead of you that slows you down. But you do have to be very careful what you do because there's about 120 turns in this course. Oh, as we see this, we have a car in the guardrail. And you don't know exactly where everything's going to go. Chris Everson up front. So far, everybody looks fairly clean. Reza Arsham? Reza seems to... Okay, he's okay. Andy Chittum trying to go on the inside, making the pass. Dave Brown making... going off in the grass a little bit. Chris Everson now being hounded by Firuz there, and Renault tries to get him on the inside, but he's not. This is really hard to pass around here. You have to be really watching your, as we get the helicopter shot here, the road is very narrow. There's a cliff. Kind of have to watch what you're doing there. Oh man, look at that drag race to the corner. It's going to be great. Three cars. These three guys are pretty much bumper to bumper. Actually, four. Everybody being kind of good so far. Not to jinx it or anything, but everybody being good. Oh, of course, we said that, and there goes Chris Everson in a body contact. Fortunately, it wasn't like too bad, looks like. A cone goes flying, and then there's a couple of them. Here, the cars catch air. This is a really nice turn where cars will actually catch air. And as soon as you land, you have to get on the brakes. You have to be very careful not to spin over here. They go through the tunnel, out the tunnel, by the slow sign. There's a school zone apparently here, so you have to be careful not to hit the guardrail. But doing pretty good. Firuz has a nice 1.8 second gap to second place, looking really tidy and good. Roger also having nice race. Martin Six is battling here. Behind him is Chris Everson, and then Chris is oh, who was that? That was Air Bubbles' car. Oh man, that was in the guardrail, and he's fallen back. Now behind. Oh no, that was Chris. Oh boy, Chris is pointed the wrong way. Careful, Chris, there's a car on your inside. Okay, he lets him go. Michael McCulligan battling it out with Chris Evertson now. He's ahead of Chris Evertson. Michael driving that green Renault. Chris has some damage now, so when they get to the wide open section, that's really going to hurt him now. Though it doesn't seem to be, it's hard to say, but it doesn't look like, oh, this is awesome section where you see a car catching there. Chris might have gotten away with some stuff there because it doesn't look like he's got too much damage. Oh, Andy Chittum goes a little bit wide, and here comes Chris. Good trying to go around him. Michael jumps. Oh, Chris spins it. Reza having a nice quiet race in the back. He's just cruising. He's got some damage to the car, but he's already clinched the championship, so he doesn't seem to care too much. He's just kind of cruising and enjoy the scenery. Up front, Firuz Mehta, 5-second gap. He's got a nice run in this car. Roger also, nice quiet second place. Another, he's got 3 seconds on the third place car. And Austin Ron in the other Air Bubbles car, he had some little bit of body damage, but not too much. And here, oh, nice. Here's, I think where this is, yeah, this is the section where they open up. And let's get in on the cockpit here and see. They should hit about 150, 151 in this section here. So 149, 150, 151 before you have to turn 152. This is wide open, really nice, fun track section here. But you got to be careful because there's a hairpin coming up as you have to take the exit, so you got to be careful not to spin it out because all of a sudden you go from 150 to 40. So you got to be gentle here as you go through the tunnel. Back up to 140. And here you have to take the exit right here and break down to, 80, 70, 69. Pretty good. 70, 72. Take this hairpin and you're on it again. So great job by Firuz. There goes Roger right behind doing the same thing. Austin Ron coming up. Daniel and James having a good run. Dave Brown right behind him. Nice clean car. Michael McCulligan, he's got Martin 6 right behind him. He's got his hands full. Martin 6 goes a little bit wide, but almost hit the guardrail, the wall there, but he secured the car. These guys have the high-speed section coming up. Wow, look at that. That was awesome. Oh, be careful, Andy! Andy, what happened to Andy? Where'd he is? Oh, he spun it around, hit the guardrail, but got it back on the road. Well, that helped Michael because now he's got a little bit of a clear run as he starts coming up to the bridge section here. He can breathe a little bit easier, go up front. Look at that on the high-speed section. Firuz looking strong, 153. 10-second gap. He's already opened up. That engine sounds strange. There he is, and he completes it. First place. Congratulations, Firuz. Roger catches a little bit of air. He comes up for a run. 7 seconds behind. He gets third. Behind him, Austin Ron. Dave Brown gets a nice run, finishing in fourth. James in fifth. Michael finishes in sixth. Daniel 7th, Martin in 8th, and Chris with all that damage, 9th. Andy had a good run. That spin really didn't help him. There's Andy's destroyed car. That wing is bent and everything, and he smashes into he smashes into his fellow competitors. Um, and we have Rez is the only one that's still dealing with the course at the moment. Yeah, this track, if you can call it, the street course is amazing. Um, Fortunately, it's a close course. So there's no oncoming cars because that would be really bad. Usually, when you're driving this course, you have to deal with oncoming cars, tour buses, RVs, motorcyclists, bicyclists, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, you have your hands full. There we are. Okay, well, great job, everyone. And that was very short and quick. Okay, we'll take a little break and come back in a couple of minutes. Okay, here we go. The race is on. One more time. This is race 2 of 4. On pole, we have James Gouveia. Next to him, Roger Maeda. Third, we have Austin Ron. Fourth, Dave Brown. Fifth, Chris Evertson. Daniel Swarak takes the 6th spot. Martin 6th, 7th spot. Andy Chittum, spot number 8 in that one and only Renault. Reza takes up the 9th spot. Firuz Mehta, who won the first race in that Air Bubbles Renault, takes the 10th spot. So we'll look for him to see if he can work his way through the field. And Michael McCulligan finished 6th in the first race, starts 11th in this one. So good group of cars. And we have a BMW with James up front, so he should be able to take the lead, although Chris Evertson took the lead, jumped to an early lead at the beginning of the last race, but Golf got involved in body contact, which kind of hurt his race. So engines are revving, crowds cheering on, and here we go. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if James can run away for this one. A little bit late getting on. Chris gets a nice start. He jumps to the front, side by side with Roger. James pulling away a little bit, getting a little sideways. Oh, the two of them, of course. The two of them get tangled up. And that hurt. Roger went to last place because of that. So Austin Ron currently in 2nd place. James Gouveia charging way ahead. Has a 2-second gap already, just the way he wants it. Chris Evertson in 4th place. He's challenging. He's in the mix of cars. He's lost a little bit of speed through that corner. Dave Brown goes on the inside of that corner. Tries to get by Firuz there, but Firuz takes away the 5th spot. Looking good. Tries to go on the outside. No, he does not. Okay, now he goes on the inside and tries to go around him. Firuz looks really fast in this section, but there's no place to pass. Where are you going to make your move? Who knows? Get on board with Firuz, trying to see where he's going to go around the very wide Chris Evertson. Tries left, tries right. Oh, Chris! No, jeez, went straight into the guardrail. Okay, well, so much for Chris, but here we are now. The things have changed up front as James has been caught by Austin Ron. He catches a bunch of air, goes in the grass, maintains momentum, and looks for a way for the lead around our friend James Gouveia. Lost some speed there. Had to get out of the gas. Let's look to see what kind of damage everybody has, what kind of situation they're in. Looks like our Air Bubbles team looks pretty good. As Firuz works his way up to third place. Amazing run by Firuz. He's looking strong. He can still win this race. Chris Evertson back on the road one more time. Dave Brown right behind them. 2 BMWs, 2 experienced drivers going at it. Reza is a little bit further back. He tries to take the inside, doesn't let Roger go, and no, smashes into the guardrail a little bit. Roger's still right behind him. Michael McCulligan worked his way up to 10th place. Andy Chittum trying to keep it on the road. Having a hard time. Okay. Puts it in reverse and gets going. Hurry up before the cops show up. Meanwhile, up front. Oh, James goes wide. Austin has what he needs. He crisscrosses, tries to... Oh, yes, that mistake. That was it. That one mistake. That's all Austin needed to take the lead. Now the question is, will he just walk away from this or not? Because don't look back, but Firuz is right behind. Our race winner from last race is right there charging, trying to get by James. He's got to be very careful. We have 6 cars going for the lead at the moment. The top 6 are extremely close. They're all within 3 seconds of each other. Oh, somebody went wide. Was that Reza? Oh, Reza got involved with some other damage there, but let's keep our eyes up front on Firuz. Now here is the fast section, I believe, coming up soon. So this is where they really need exit speed. This is where you hit one of the 2 sections on the course that you hit top speed. Everybody's trying to evade the draft. 153, that's the highest top speed out of the Renault we've seen so far. 154, 55, 56. Wow, impressive. On the ref limiter. Oh, wow. Hard on the brakes for this corner. I think we may have to do some inspections on Firuz's car. That was the highest top speed we've seen out of any of these cars. Oh boy, Chris's car has some damage here. And they only can do about 140 with all that damage. On the rev limiter as he catches the air. Austin looking strong, but Firuz all over him. Firuz wants to make this a sweep. He's got a little bit of time left as he goes on the inside, but oh. trying to make this 2 in a row. Oh, they both smash up against the guardrail. Austin makes a little bit of mistake while he's on the inside. Is Firuz gonna take it? No, Firuz being really nice and polite. Side by side they go. Wow, nobody's lifting. Oh, finally Firuz. Oh, they're rubbing. Oh, they're gonna smash into each other. Be careful. Okay, Austin now in second place. Trying to go. Here we go. I think this is the fast section coming up. So again, it's going to be a drag race basically from here to the finish line. There's one corner between here and the finish line, and that's it. So if he can catch a good draft, he can make a move, but he's a little too far away. On the ref limiter in 6th gear. He needs more. He needs a little bit more. That engine's screaming, and the red line catching a little bit of air, slows down a little bit. 151, 52. Oh no! Beautiful, beautiful drag race run. Austin Run gets second place. James Gavayev, nice third place finish. Daniel Swarak with a fourth. Oh! After the finish line, there's some archie-barchie going on. Dave Brown finishes fifth. Reza finishes sixth. Oh, be careful, guys. Oh, there's cars parked there. You gotta slow down. Michael McCulligan finishes in 8th. Martin 6th, 9th. Chris Everson 10th. And Andy Chittum, the only one still running, in 11th place. That engine sounds hurt. Okay, well, that was fun. We'll start the next race in a couple of minutes. Okay, drivers are getting ready to start, which they should be lining up soon. We'll be starting in less than 60 seconds.
Maybe. Hey, is anyone else running a loose setup in the BMW, or is everyone running stable, or what's the deal? I always run loose. It's just loose is fast, baby. Yeah, I'm running loose.
Okay, here we go. On pole position, we have Reza Arsham in pole position. Dave Brown, second place in another BMW. These two guys should go at it. And third place, Firuz Mehta, our 2-race winner, has 2 out of 2. Third place. Austin Run, fourth place. James Gavea in 5th. Michael McCulligan starting in 7th place. Daniel Swarak in 8th. Andy Chittum, 8th place. Martin sixth in the ninth position. Chris Evertson in 10th in a clean car. And Roger Maeda in that green Renault in 11th spot. So three fast drivers right up front. We'll see how this goes. Firuz looks unstoppable here, so let's see if he can. He's going to have a disadvantage at the start, so the BMWs are probably going to take off, and let's see if he can catch him and pass him. Look at the flames coming out of the BMW Reza's car. Firuz gets a really nice start for a front-wheel drive car. Beautiful job. Doesn't lose much positions, only loses one position, looks like. Oh, James got a little bit squirrely through there. Oh, be careful. Be careful, be careful. That's a tight corner coming up. Firuz already going after Dave Brown. All over that white BMW's rear bumper is the Renault. The Air Bubbles Renault looking extremely fast. Really has figured out this course as well. Goes on the inside, made it look easy. Look at that, 2nd place. And now he sets his eyes on the yellow BMW up front, which is only a second away, so shouldn't take him very long to pass that car. Let's see what's going on behind. We have Dave Brown in 3rd place, Austin Ron in 4th, James in 5th. Looks like these guys are just running a nice race, bumper to bumper, not quite, being clean to each other. Michael has some breathing space in 6th spot. Daniel Sorak in 7th. And Roger Maeda in 8th. Martin 6th and 9th, and Andy Chittum in 10th. Don't know what happened to Chris Evertson. He must have dropped out somewhere. So here we go. Oh, Andy, as we're watching it, missed the corner, ran into the guardrail, gets it back on the track. Having issues. Up front, Reza. Now actually expanding his lead. Impressive. He's actually expanding. We figured Firuz was going to catch him and pass him, but no. 2 seconds. Oh, Reza's car has some damage on it, so he's not going to have a good race. He's got a... Firuz is catching him, definitely catching him, and it's just a matter of time, I think, then until he can make the move. Dave Brown charging hard as well. Yeah, definitely lots of damage on that yellow BMW. Catching there through that section they go. Top 4 have started to pull away a little bit. 5th place James, kind of by himself, a little bit further back. Daniel, Michael, and Roger are having a nice fight together. The 2 teammates ganging up, trying to gang up at least on Martin's Renault also. These 3 Renaults, the 2 green ones, and it looks like the Monster Energy drink Renault. These guys are going at it. Dave Brown looking really strong. All over Firuz. Let's keep an eye on this battle here. I believe after this corner, yes, here they come onto the bridge section. So that corner really vital if you want good exit speed out of there because they'll be hitting their top speed. Let's just look at their top speed and see what they do. We saw the Renault do 156 at the last one on the rev limiter. 154, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60 by Dave Brown, 61 by Renault as he drives on the outside. Nice. The draft got him a few miles an hour more. Passed him on the straightaway. That was crazy run. Oh, the two of them hit the guardrail there. Oh, their cars. Oh, and the little argy-bargy between them brought Austin Ron to second place, and Firuz went to fourth place. One thing that happens with these games is if when the cars kind of touch each other, they kind of get magnetized and they start to stick to each other. So I'm sure that wasn't just the two of them doing it on purpose like that. Meanwhile, Reza has done most of the course. There's a fast section coming up again, so he has a little bit of breathing room. Austin Ron behind them, 0.6 of a second away, but this is a tight course and anything could happen until they get to the wide open section near the end, where then it's the top speed run to the finish line. Where is Firuz? Oh, Firuz a little bit further back. Catches a bunch of air through there. Lost a bunch of speed through there, but you have to be careful on this section because you catch air and then you have to jump on the brakes hard. Make sure you don't go into the mountainside. Oh, Firuz takes the inside line, and oh, he smashes into the guardrail, runs out of room a little bit. Dave Brown trying to set him up, trying to look where he can make this move. Where can he make this move? Meanwhile, up front, Austin Ron all over Reza's bumper, trying to find a way around. Goes on the outside, makes his move. Oh, it runs out of room when he exits. Almost clips him on the. Oh my! Almost, the two of them almost hit, but he's a little bit too far back now because this is the top speed run to the finish. So he just needs some good space. Now, this is where the damage on Reza's car could come into play because if Reza can't hit, they're using the whole track. They're going the wrong direction here. But if Reza cannot hit his top speed, he's going to be a sitting duck. 152, 153. Austin 154. Dave Brown using the draft again, goes a little bit wide. Reza takes the win, and Dave Brown cannot make the pass. Wow. Amazing race. Michael McCulligan in fifth place. Great move by him. He makes the jump on the hill on the rev limiter, going up to the finish line for fifth place finish. Teammate Roger right behind him as usual. The two of these guys are always next to each other. Sixth place, Roger. Daniel in seventh. James with a pretty smashed up car in eighth. Martin sixth and ninth. And Andy Chittum, yeah, he's got problems. He might need a map navigation to take him home. And 10th place. Great fun race, especially up front. This car doesn't even go straight. He has a hard time just keeping the car on the course. Yeah, his wheels aren't even pointed the right way here. Oh boy, look at him. He keeps correcting it. He's trying to correct it. I think he's driven cars in real life like this too. Oh, be careful. Oh, the car won't go. Okay, well, that was Another fun race. That was race 3 of 4. Okay, another short break, and we'll see you guys soon. Sorry. Okay. So let's start over. We're with Firuz. Firuz, you
Sure.
had our mic was off. We had you had two first places and a couple of top fives. So tell us about your races.
Yeah, first two went really well. I did get a chance to practice this track, which is like essential before when they announced it. So I think some people didn't, and that just makes all the difference because it was like a million turns. And then, yeah, in race three and four, I accrued damage. It's really hard to avoid everyone and stay clean for like four races straight on this track. So I did the best I could there.
You did really well. So we saw you get up to 156, which was the highest I've seen for Renault. Dave Brown managed to hit 162 in a BMW in the draft, which was the highest
Oh,
top speed we saw, which was pretty impressive. So yeah, it was he used the draft a couple of times to make some good moves, so that was impressive. Okay, and then Roger, tell us about your races. You also had some bad ones and some good ones.
yeah, it was eventful. But you know what they say, touring car racing is about being tough. And when the tough gets going, you just gotta tough it out. It was good. It was a good fight. I think there were just plenty of opportunities. I don't think any of us really knew the track. All I knew was that there were two decreasing radius turns that people tend to overspeed into, and there's a nice long high speed section at the back where if you kept your nose clean, you can make up a lot of time there. So that was the strategy, and it seemed to work out okay.
Well, that was nice. Great job by you and everybody else. Seemed like a few people were really good and a few people were struggling everywhere. So it was, and then everybody was in the middle kind of thing. Um,
Yeah, as long as you don't give up. I mean, and I think one or two of the races I either started in the back or was spun to the back, and as long as you pick up and keep going, there's always opportunities. The races are long, just like a regular touring car race.
yeah, we saw you get into it with Evertson, and I thought that would be over for you, but you managed to keep going, and so that was so good job there.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Chris though. The cars got stuck together, and I think we were both trying to unstick ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PC2 collision physics kind of hurt us a little bit, but
Yeah,
yeah,
we see that with this game because once the cars kind of hit, they magnetize against each other, and it's hard to unstick them.
exactly.
Okay, well, great job, guys. Thank you so much for joining us throughout this whole short season. And yeah, hopefully now we'll in a little bit we can start the real racing.
Appreciate it. Thanks for broadcasting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a fun season. Hopefully, join us for our regular races, and hopefully in the wintertime again, we'll do this again. Thanks for everybody who joined us and watched us and followed us along.